Let me give you a warning before I go in. If you are sensitive and you are allergic to the truth, you repel and reject the truth, this might not be the video for you, because the truth will be disseminated and uncovered in this video about a lot of misinformation, disinformations, and myths that is put on the Black community. Now, like I said, if you're sensitive, this is not the video for you. Let's go. Yes. I'm that dude from South Carolina, Columbia to be exact. They call him Drummer 1980. I hope you're having a good day today, family. And if that's not the case, ask yourself why. Because after all, happiness is an inside job. And it will always be an internal affair. But guys, I'm back today again to talk about Black fatigue. If you have been on any social media platform, the term is catching on for the wrong reasons, might I add. Okay? Black fatigue is a term that was coined by this sister right here. I'm going to call your attention to the screen, guys. Black fatigue, how racism erodes the mind, body, and spirit. Mary Frances Winter. That is who coined that term, okay? This is the good sister right here. I don't know a lot about her, but this is her right here. Family, to give you a quick synopsis here. It says, what is Black fatigue? The fatigue that comes from the pain and anguish of living with racism every single day of your life. Being fatigued by those who are surprised and express outrage with no action that such inequities still exist. The constant fatigue of not knowing whether you or a loved one will come home alive, enduring the ravage of intergenerational racism. Last but not least, the fear, frustration, anger, and rage that is part of many Black people's daily lives. That is where the term comes from, guys. Okay? I'm setting the foundation for you. But now, all of a sudden, a lot of white supremacists online are saying that they are tired of Black people begging and asking for hand-me-outs and committing all this crime and, playing the victim and all of this stuff. And Black people are racist against them. This is what you're hearing on the internet, guys. And there are several people that have put out videos substantiating the claim that I just made, because it's out there. But let me tell you something. The white supremacists always have a way of flipping stuff. They did it with the term woke. Now, whenever you Google woke, it's something totally different. Woke was simply an expression that means that you was conscious. Conscious means that you understand what's happening around you in your vicinity. You can see through the matrix, basically. That's what woke means, conscious. They took that and turned that into something else. You understand? They took affirmative action and they said that Black folks was the majority of the recipients. That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie. The white woman was. Do you understand? The white woman was the major shareholder in affirmative action, because she was considered to be a minority. If I'm lying, somebody fact check me. But they always flip terms and turn it on you. Here, DEI hire. No. White people benefit from those terms, but they act as though you are the recipient. That's not true. Once you understand how deceitful and conniving and a split in their tongue, they tell truth and lies. And that's what's so dangerous, because most of y'all can't differentiate the truth from the lies. Let me give you another example. They will come and tell you about Black crime. There is no such thing. Watch this. Y'all say, what? I said there is no such thing as no Black crime. Because if somebody go commit a crime somewhere, a Black person, it is not supported by a community as a collective. Oh, God, you about to get an earful. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on back to see me. Yes, I know you might get a little squeamish and uncomfortable, but that too shall pass. And then voila, the truth will be uncovered and revealed. Black people in general do not support some Negro going to rob a bank or something. They don't co-sign that whatsoever. They don't have no institutions to protect this guy whenever he go commit crimes. We don't support these little fight videos and stuff like that. We don't support that. I don't want to see nobody fighting in Target or at the gas station. I don't support that. And a lot of us don't support that. Now, let's take the inverse, okay? Let's flip this thing. In white society, you have a Daniel Penny. For those that don't know, Daniel Penny was a guy that was riding a train in New York City. Some mentally ill Michael Jackson impersonator was talking out of his head over there by himself. Wasn't bothering nobody. Daniel Penny snuck up from behind, not in the front. He was across from the guy. He came all the way around and came behind the guy. And he literally unalived this guy. Literally choked him to death. And you know what happened? The system protected him and said he was innocent. That's what white crime looks like. It's a system that protected. And then, not only that, here come the major element. The other people supported it. You see how that work? We don't support somebody going robbing a store. Y'all support somebody unaliving a man, an innocent, mentally ill man. And you literally support it. You see the difference. You have crime families and crime syndicates in white society. Mafias. Well, y'all got gangs. No way near the mafia, Jewish mafia, Italian mafia, Russian mafia, Asian mafias. How was Las Vegas built, guys? The Kennedy family, the Bush family, the Rockefellers, and I can be here, the Carnegies, the DuPonts. I mean, I can keep going. How did these people get their wealth? See, I'm going to show you the difference between what they call black crime, which is not a thing. It's a random individual going to commit a crime. It's a random Joe Schmo going to commit a crime. He goes to jail. Now, let's look at the other side. Let's look at these other people. These crime families that are allowed to flourish, get real estate, be in politics, be in government. You understand? Be in the banking system, be in entertainment, across the whole smorgasbord. But yet you coming to me talking about Pookie up in the hood. Talking about you fatigue in the police department, everywhere. The court system, the judicial system, the legislative system, everywhere. Crime. That's white crime. You telling me something about a guy selling a pound of weed, or somebody shot somebody. Is it bad? Yes. But it's not black on black crime, because whenever you say that, you trying to just make it exclusive to just black people, and that's not so. Now, I can say white crime is exclusive to white people and Asians. We don't have nobody protecting Rodney Hinton Jr. We don't have a judicial system to protect him. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? See, this is the conversation they don't want to have. What they will do is deflect. We don't support foolishness that go on amongst black people. That's isolated incidents. But in white society, it functions as an organism, a well-oiled machine. The system is not broken whatsoever. The system is functioning exactly how it was designed. The only time white people will start belly aching and they butt hurt is whenever they see black people doing well. Whenever they see black people trying to do for self, they always come up with the notion of DEI, affirmative action. They was given that. Whatever you do, it don't matter whether you try to go to school and get your education and try to just live your life from a moral standpoint. Oh, he's upping it. Oh, she's upping it. Either way you go, you can't win. That's why I don't buy into it. That's why I don't buy into it. They say that they tired. Tell me the times when black folks flooded your towns with water and put a lake on the top of it. Tell me when there was a coup d'etat, like in Wilmington, North Carolina, where there was black people just prospering, minding their business. Mobs came in, unalived a lot of people, government officials and mayors and town councilmen, all them people. Tell me when black people have did that. Tell me when the time where they took white women and cut babies out the stomach and operate on them without any type of anesthesia and, fed your babies to gators, hung you from trees, cut your penis off, kept it in jars, cut body parts off, keep it in jars. Tell me about the times whenever you just burnt black people alive, put them in certain type of contraptions to torture them until the brink of death. Tell me about that. Tell me about the times when black folks would just look at a random white child and just harass them for no good reason. Tell me about them times. Tell me about whenever the blacks fought alongside you and then you put them into a concentration camp in Mississippi, the Devil Punch Bowl, after they help you win, and then you kill and unalive a good number of them. Tell me about that time. Tell me about the time whenever that the blacks use biological warfare on you and wiped out your people. Tell me about them times. And you want me to keep going? Tell me about the times when black cops shoot unarmed teen children and then they just get to walk off with any type of repercussions, and they keep doing it day in, day out, day in, day out. Tell me about those times. Tell me about the times where blacks just came and just took over your land, like Central Park in the middle of New York, Sentinel Village. Tell me about that, because I would like to know that. Tell me about the times when black people go bomb your town, like in Tulsa. Tell me about that. Tell me about the times when black folks bomb your city block, like in Philadelphia, the Move. Tell me about that, because I would like to know. Let's compare apples with apples, and let's see who's really tired of who. Tell me about the times where black people gentrify white people out of their towns or their cities. Tell me about that, because I would like to know. Tell me about the times when black folks revise history and just lie, cover up stuff. Tell me about the time when black folks took Jesus himself, the Son of God, which was God in the flesh. Tell me about the time when they took him and changed his image and do all this stuff just to deceive you like a devil. Tell me about that. I would like to know. Tell me, these are just a few things that I'm just thinking of that just come to my head. Tell me about the time when black folks are in Nazi gangs and they get notches on their belts for harming white folks. Tell me about that. I would like to know that. Tell me about the time whenever white folks have gotten their house appraised and the price is $50,000 to $100,000 below market value simply because the color of their skin. I would like to know this. Tell me about the time when white folks was over police. Tell me about the times when there is nuisance junctions and all that. Tell me about that. I would like to know. I'm trying to figure out something here. I can keep going until I'm blue in the face. These are just a few things, guys. Tell me about the times where a black woman can accuse these white men of harassing them and doing all type of stuff like Jonathan Majors, and you see on camera that everything she said was a lie. Show me many cases like that, because I can keep showing you cases. Guys, don't fall for the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. These people are projecting, and I challenge anybody. I'm going to go live. I'm going to challenge anybody because I know my stuff, as you clearly can see. And those are just a few. Oh, I have many more in my repertoire. I have a whole arsenal of things. I'm a memory bank, a walking memory bank. I challenge anybody. Do this, guys. You ask these Sambos, these jigaboos, and these coons, what society do they know that's poor, that don't commit crime? Where there's poverty, there's crime. But they try to make it relegated only to black people. That's a lie from the pits of Haiti, hell itself. That's a lie. What community that's in poverty by design, the ghettos was created, it was socially engineered. You show me one society that was poor and didn't commit crime. That's where the bulk of black people crime is at, in poverty. When you move up, and I have said this, but I'm going to say it again because it's in my spirit to say it. When you move up, the crime dissipate. Upper middle class, the crime dissipate. When you go up past that, there's relatively no crime. There's crimes here and there, but it's like a pyramid. The crime is to the bottom. Now, let's look at the white society. White people in general, to the bottom, the poor society, commits a gang of crimes. A lot of times they are let go. If they police white people like how they do black people, you couldn't build enough prisons. You couldn't build enough prisons. When you move on up to the middle class, their crime gets wider. And when you get to the wealthy and the super elite, their crime is out of this world. They commit crimes against humanity. Genocide, wars, tanks, drop bombs, poison food. You see the difference? Do anybody see is there any questions? Their crime gets bigger as the money go up. Our crime gets smaller as the money go up. That's a drummer original, if you think about it. See, many people haven't thought this thing through. I sit back and I think. I don't drink the Kool-Aid because I understand what projection is, what red herrings is, what straw man arguments are. And this is all these Officer Tatums, these Myron Gangs, and Ton Daniels, these Candace Owens, these Roland Martins, the Hodge twins, the Black conservative. This is what they do because they understand it's a dollar amount that come along with this, guys. I understand, but I'm not willing to go there because poor people commit crimes. If they was actually showing everybody, I wouldn't have anything to say. But they hyper focus on black criminality disproportionately. And that's the problem. It's a dollar value. It's incentivized. My channel will pop tomorrow. Well, Not literally, but it'll probably take about 2 or 3 months. If I change my message, my channel will blow and my pockets will swell up expeditionally. Shout out to T.I. My pockets will expand. There's a word for that. That's called shucking and jiving. And I'm not with the shucking and jiving. I might not never drive a Lambo. That's fine. I might not live in a 5 or 10,000 square foot house or a penthouse downtown Los Angeles somewhere or New York. That's fine. Because if you ever had money, and I have a little money, but not much, but I have enough to take care of me and mine. If you got some of the things that you ever wanted, what you will find out is whenever you get it, it's new at first. It's about like a youngin', a seedling with a toy. They play with it for a little while, but then they quickly discard it and they looking for something else. That's the same thing about adults. It seems cool. Yes, it's cool to drive it. I'm telling you, I know, because I have got 3 or 4 of them that I really wanted. I have got motorcycles that I wanted and tricked them out and put 20s on the front, 8-pounder. I done had all this stuff. Got a little money in the bank, a little money. Now, not much, but a little bit. You know, once you get the thing, it's not what it's cracked up to be. I'm telling you what I know. Why would I sell myself short for a few nickel trinkets? I said what I said for a few nickel trinkets. You can keep it. A lot of people will take the bait, but amongst your people, you are a pariah. You are sore festering. And when they come down on you, like the hammer of God, like Thor, don't you look back our way. Because we seen what you did. We keep records of what you did. Some of y'all are irredeemable because the things that you put out there, the things that you put forth did more harm because you serve as the mouthpiece. Instead of them saying it, you say it. There is no black fatigue on white people's behalf. And if you can't see it, it's because you chose not to do so. It's not because it's not there. It's there. It's obvious. The elders of old talked about it. The message slightly changed, but it's still prevalent in everything you do. That's why you don't own anything. The only thing you can do, they can give you a little car or give you a little money. Give you a little house and you can take some little trips and you can floss online amongst us. But they can come and snatch that at any moment, whenever they get ready, or the minute you say something out of line, like Candace Owens. They can take her down tomorrow. They can take Oprah down. They can take Steve Harvey down. They can take Bill Cosby. They can take Michael Jackson and make them all look a certain way. I said all that to say this, guys. Listen. Black people that commit crimes or isolated incidents, it's not organized. I'm not responsible for what he did. We the only people well, y'all need to do better. But you never hear that on the other side, and they commit way more crime than what you do. But you just don't see it. But I have a way of finding out because I know how to find it. But ours are plastered across the screen on the nightly news. You understand? White crime is institutionalized. That's the only crime it is, because they protect crooked institutions, corruption in the police department, corruption in the judicial system, corruption in the political realm, corruption in the banking, corruption in the housing, discrimination, education, all this stuff, corruption, and they protect it. That's the true meaning of crime. Guys, tell me what you think about this video. Hit the subscribe button and come on back to see me, because sometimes I have to get in this mode. You know, I wasn't laughing. I wasn't joking, because this is not a laughing and joking matter. Because I'm tired, to be honest with you. See, and when white people ignore the cries of black folks, then you get a Michael Johnson. Then you get a Rodney Hinton Jr. Then you get a Christopher Dorner. That's what that's born out of. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not the moral police. I'm not going to even speak on it. But guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and come on back to see me, guys. And until next time, peace And remember, don't drink the Kool-Aid.